Welcome back to Prince Bikes Update, your favorite spot for everything on two wheels, from vintage classics to futuristic beasts. Today, we're talking about a machine that rides straight out of American motorcycle history but is back with a vengeance, the 2025 Harley-Davidson Shovelhead. Yeah, you heard that right, Harley has reimagined the Shovelhead. And what they've delivered is not just a bike, it's a raw, mechanical soul with chrome veins and a thundering heartbeat. So picture this, the engine fires up with that unmistakable Harley growl, echoing the legacy of the original Shovelhead but infused with today's tech. Right off the bat, this bike doesn't pretend to be subtle. It's loud, proud, and dripping in retro DNA. You can see the silhouette and instantly know it's a Shovelhead, but with sleeker lines, tighter proportions, and a few modern twists that catch your eye the moment it rolls into view. As it pulls up, you're met with a muscular, imposing front end. That round retro-styled headlamp sits in a brushed aluminum nacelle, surrounded by a fork setup that's beefy but not overkill. It's got the presence of a heavyweight but carries itself like a boxer, tight, strong, balanced. The modern lettering glows with precision, giving it a fierce, confident stare that screams dominance. The front fender hugs the tire just right, classic Harley lines with the touch of aggressive stance. It rides on 19-inch cast aluminum wheels with that signature dark finish, giving a nod to the past while standing firmly in the present. As we move to the side, the profile is where the real Shovelhead vibe punches through. You've got that vintage teardrop fuel tank proudly carrying the Harley-Davidson badge. Only now it's laser-etched and backlit, a slick detail that lights up as the ignition flips. The tank itself holds around 5 gallons and is shaped just right to keep the classic outline without compromising on ergonomics. The twin exhaust pipes curve out like fangs, raw and polished to a high shine, ready to snarl. The V-twin is exposed, no unnecessary fairings, no distractions, just the engine, the pipes, and the steel. Sitting low, the frame is a modern-day hardtail design. Harley calls it the neo-rigid soft 8 built to mimic the old rigid lines but actually housing modern suspension tech. It's got rear monoshock hidden under the chassis, giving that slammed look while still being rideable on rough highways. The seat is a solo setup, stitched leather with ribbed detailing, floating just above the rear wheel like a hovering saddle. Optional pillion available, but honestly, this is a rider's machine. It's about that one-on-one connection with the road. Swing around to the back, and the tail is minimalist. There's no bulky fender struts or tailbags here. You've got a short fender with integrated brake lights and turn signals that vanish into the design. The rear wheel is 16 inches, wrapped in thick rubber that adds to the dragster look. Chain-driven, unlike the belt setups you usually see again, to pay tribute to that raw, greasy garage-built spirit. But don't let that fool you, this bike is engineered for smooth delivery. Now, let's talk about that engine. The soul of this beast is a completely reworked 1.750cc air, oil-cooled Shovelhead-style V-twin. Internally, it's nothing like the 1966 original. We're talking forged internals, redesigned combustion chambers, and a high-performance cam system. It's tuned to deliver 92 horsepower and 110 pound-feet of torque at the low end. All the torque you need, exactly when you need it. No lag, no waiting. It just surges forward with that classic Harley rumble. Fuel delivery comes through a modern electronic injection system, disguised under retro-style carburetor covers. Clever stuff. You still get the look of old-school mechanics, but none of the mess. It meets modern emission standards but doesn't choke the sound. That exhaust note is tuned perfectly, deep, throaty, and pure. The bike shakes just enough at idle to remind you it's alive, then smooths out beautifully once you twist the throttle. The transmission is a 6-speed manual, connected to a slipper clutch for smoother downshifts. Gear ratios are nicely spaced. Cruising at 80 feels relaxed. But twist the throttle and third and you'll know exactly what it's capable of. And yes, it comes with Harley's RDRS safety enhancements, traction control, cornering ABS, engine drag to work control, all optional if you want to keep things raw. Ride feel? That's where the magic happens. Despite the aggressive stance, it's surprisingly nimble. The center of gravity is low, and the frame geometry makes it agile enough for backroads but planted for long highway runs. It doesn't feel like a touring bag around. This is stripped down, bare metal fun. The handlebars are mid-rise, giving you a bit of stretch but not too much. Foot controls are mid-mount standard, but forward controls are available too, depending on your preference. Instrumentation is fully digital but styled to mimic analog dials. Single round display nestled into the handlebar mount. Speed, revs, gear position, fuel, trip all there, all clean. Bluetooth connectivity and navigation optional via the Harley Ride Command app, but nothing flashy. Just what you need, when you need it. Let's get to the part everyone's curious about: a price. The 2025 Harley-Davidson Shovelhead starts at $18,999 for the base model. That gives you the core experience and no frills, all thrills. Want the performance pack with upgraded suspension, tuned exhaust, and custom paint? That'll bump it to around $21,500. And for those looking for limited edition numbered models, add the collector's trim with billet components and special badging. You're looking at $24,999. Not cheap, but then again, this isn't just another bike. This is Harley bringing the past to life, with modern muscle under the tank. Maintenance-wise, it's user-friendly. Harley's new maintenance intervals are longer thanks to the synthetic oil system, and diagnostics are built into the dash. A nice nod to the DIY crowd, since everything is accessible and modular. No overcomplicated fairings or proprietary locks. It's made for riders who want to ride, wrench, and repeat. And finally, who's the spike really for? It's for the purists, for the garage tinkerers, for the new gen riders who respect the past but want reliability in the present. It's not trying to be a sport bike. It doesn't care about lap times or tech overload. It's about feel, sound, vibe. It's about pulling up at the red light, hearing the lope of the V-twin under you, and knowing you're riding a legacy. So if you've been waiting for a Harley that brings back the soul of the 70s but doesn't break your back or your wallet to maintain, the 2025 Shovelhead might just be calling your name loudly with a roar. That wraps it up for today's deep dive. If you love this video, hit that like button and drop a comment. Hey, would you ride the new Shovelhead? Or is the original still king in your heart? Subscribe to Prince Bikes Update for more badass bike breakdowns, reviews, and test rides coming your way. And until next time, keep the throttle open, the rubber down, and the ride wild. Peace.